Hey everybody, how are you doing? My name is Kira, and if you've been following me, I have been talking about the Ascension process, what that is. So the first couple of videos on my channel is all about, breaking down this concept. What is the Ascension process? What are we doing? What does it mean to move between the third, the fourth, and the fifth dimensional realities? Okay, so the bigger picture is kind of what I want to talk about today, because no matter what, we can't really get away from the information that comes through when you're a channeler. Now, I've been channeling for 16 years. I just started actually sharing online with the public, and I'm happy to do so now. There are many channelers all over the world who are channeling similar information that you will find on this channel. But what I'm talking about today is strictly about the earth changes. Now, I have been seeing earth changes since my spiritual awakening really started. And that was when I was 14 years old. I started receiving visions and light languages, or languages through my channel from the angelic realm, okay? And for a long time, and that experience alone really kind of expanded my psychic gifts as well as healing. And really, it's my path inward. But a lot of what I am here to do, and my sole purpose, is to share and be of service in this way through the ascension process, or through the breakdown of realities, okay? And that is very personal for you. That's in your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body, your soul purpose, as well as your physical body. Okay, so what I have to share with you today is earth changes that are happening in December, and the more that you hang out with me, the more I'm going to be talking about this. I was kind of keeping it, hey, there's these concepts, please, check into this for yourself. We are spiritual beings, and we are called to really wake up. Wake up. What does that mean? Okay, we're interdimensional beings. We have the ability to expand past our mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical tangible realities or experiences. And in the other videos, I've shared with you how the high frequencies that are coming through from the central sun, through our sun, and blasting through our star system is affecting our thoughts and emotions, our bodies, as well as our spiritual expansion, okay? We are being called to really step forward, because as much as it feels good to stay in the upper level chakras, to be in meditation, to go about our day and reflect and be inward, we also are called to come out. Take what we learn inside and direct it out. Now, one of my last YouTube videos, I talked about connection. Now, we need one another. We are not immune from one another. Community is what we need right now for the fifth dimension. Coming together, leaning on one another's skill sets, learning from one another, expressing our gratitude and our thankfulness for one another, and also learning to operate co-creatively. Okay, this is where we're headed. This is where we have been headed. This is why a lot of us, we have this dream of living in communities, or, living off grid, or going to what is in resonance, or operating, in what is in resonance with our soul, our spirit, a natural way of life. Okay? So what I have to share with you today is slightly different from my last videos. And this is going to be about portals opening on the planet, a rise in the water on our planet. And I know you guys, there's a lot of, there's global warming going on. There's the ice is melting, so therefore the water is rising, right? But from my perspective and what's coming through my channel is there's also an increase in magnetism, okay, in our atmosphere, as well as the minerals. That also means your body, okay? So really, however this resonates with you, begin to purify to make this process easier for you, okay? And what I mean by that is, if a high frequency is coming in and there's this, slow moving matter, and this high frequency is trying to stimulate this matter, this slower moving matter or energy field, it's going to like shake it and shock it. But if we lighten up, it just passes through. Okay? And that is what's happening. I made a video this summer in June talking about how we've kind of been gently the last 10 years, 12 years, 20 years going through these little this process. But now we're just on the fast track. It is not stopping. So do your best to navigate these frequencies. We're going to be doing a meditation at the end of this video to help in stabilizing some of this that's coming in, okay? All right. So if you've been hanging out with me, I use a whiteboard as a tool to communicate. There we go. To communicate. Hold on. Aha. You guys can't really see me though. All right. So here we have, I'm going to draw a little diagram. There you go. Here, that might be a little bit better. Okay. Here's this diagram. And this represents, actually I'm going to have to make it bigger. This represents the Earth. Okay, you guys? All right, so here's our planet. And you guys can't see me. Hi. All right, here's the Earth. And what I am seeing, oh, there we go, is you guys, chakra means wheel, okay? The Earth is also a wheel. And as those of us who use the chakra system for healing and cleansing, and expansion and activation to purify ourselves, this is also this also happens in the cosmos. So what I'm seeing is the center energy column of the Earth here, or the pole, is going to be doing this expansion out this way. All right. And even if, this also, just for visual, that also means this way. Okay. And again, if you've watched my videos, there's energy that's coming through that's activating the force field of the planet, right? So what I am seeing with this expansion in energy is there is going to be an effect on our water, the water on the planet. So it's also the water in your body, that's all your emotions, very similar to how the moon affects us, right? The ebb and flow in our water, in our body. So with this expansion through these, this cross section here on our planet, so it looks like, around the equator and through the north and south poles here. Those energy columns are widening, okay? So what happens when you widen your energetic space? Okay, what happens? You purify, and you also create the space for more light, more consciousness. This also affects matter. Okay, I'm going to draw another diagram right here. So I'll kind of keep this there for visualization purposes. So what I'm seeing is there are portals that hold on, I've got to get my colors straight, you guys. So let's just say this is North America, South America, Pacific Ocean, and then here's Europe and Africa. Bear with me, guys. All right. And then, there's some other continents and everything going on, but you get the idea. And I'm going to do my best to, this is more, yeah, you guys get the idea of what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a portal kind of opening up in here, 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 here. All right, so all these little blue dots. And again, these are vortices. Through this expansion, through the energy, the center energy columns of the planet, this is increasing magnetism, this is increasing our force field, this is increasing our light and our containers of light that we hold within the body, as well as on the planet, okay? And this is necessary for us to go into the fifth dimension. The third, and I'll talk about this in a second, and pull out the little, what I've been using, the third, fourth, fifth dimension. December and January is all about the third dimension really bottoming out here, okay? And this is a good thing. This is a very positive thing. This allows freedom, okay? It allows freedom. So these portals that are opening, okay? And then there's going to be more up here. There's going to be more down here. Down here. I'm looking at this diagram that I had drawn out from when I sat down to receive these messages for us, okay? So that is what I'm going to be seeing opening up as far as portals. And these are, for example, let's just use the word chakra or wheel, activating and opening and widening for more energy, more light, more consciousness to come onto the earth, okay? Now, when that happens, this also creates space and will move our water, okay? Now, on the land, what I'm seeing, and this is very general, I'm going to use another color here. in the, so South America, Central America, here. So again, these little black dots that I'm drawing on the land over here, this is all about more of these vortices opening. Looks like there's a big one in like the Middle East and then down in Africa. Okay. And actually these ones up here looked like they were a little bit bigger. And then the other ones were, and this one was fairly big too. So it's like, okay, I'm drawing this picture. What does that mean? Again, this is a map. All right, what I'm trying to translate here for us is a map of portals that are opening on the planet. This is going to help jumpstart our planet into holding the frequencies for the fifth dimensional realities. And the fifth dimensional frequencies, again, this is more peace, more light, more unity consciousness, more unity within, more love, more grace, more freedom, okay? More our thoughts in tune, in our daily life in tune with our soul, okay? How we were created to live in ease and grace and co-create and learn and give to one another, all right? This also means it really purification in the spirit of the earth. The earth has a history of pain, okay? The vibration in the ground, in the minerals, in the water has not been of the fifth dimension. She is rising. She, meaning the planet, meaning Gaia, meaning all of her inhabitants, are rising to this space. There must and there is a spiritual death happening for our benefit, for her benefit. These portals opening are for her freedom, for your freedom. Okay? This also is going to be happening inside of your body. Myself and other channelers all over the world have been talking about, you know, the Great Awakening, these events that will be happening and are happening, not only in the cosmos, but how it will be affecting the planet. Okay, I'm just sharing with you what I see. So as this expansion through the energy, the magnetism on the planet is happening, there's also an energetic opening, and that's what these portals are. So what are these portals doing? Okay, they're pulling in the light codes. Okay, just for quick visualization here. What do I mean by light code? Here's the sun, and we're just going to use this Earth. Here's the sun. The sun is a giant broadcaster, okay? And there's all these ones and zeros. I'm going to just call it binary code, okay? And everything is programmable. If the minerals, okay, the earth is just a whole bunch of giant minerals. It's a complex system, but it also reacts. I mean, think about the crystals in your phones. Everything reacts to binary code. There are specific frequencies or codes that are coming in through these portals, right? Ooh. To create, there we go. To create more expansion for this programming. And that is something of divine will. Yep. And, you know, you guys, I know that a lot of us we feel this. We have this feeling like, oh gosh, something's happening. Something is happening. I know that I was born for this. I know I was born to experience this. There's more to life than what I'm experiencing. And you're absolutely right. This is the message today with this recording in this video, is to remember that you are a spiritual being, that you are a spiritual warrior. It is time to remember and access your higher self and your soul wisdom. Your spiritual gifts are needed to navigate the increase of this energy. The energy coming from my perspective is between the 6th. Now again, bear in mind, I've only been talking about 3rd, 4th, 5th dimensional frequencies. The energy that's been coming in is between the 6th and the 24th dimensional frequencies. All right, so that's kind of challenging for us to wrap our mind around. According to Kiraology, welcome to my channel. Kiraology, between the 9th and 12th dimension, and then 12th to 24th, literally all I can see and perceive and sense from this vessel is music and sound and beings that are, it's more unity consciousness. It's not so much separate in the ego and our mind trying to dissect what is this. It's more electronic or consciousness movement, like a jellyfish in some of these realms. It's more organic, meaning less restrictive. All right, it's not as complex. And these frequencies between the 6th and 24th dimension, and I pulled out between the 9th and the 12th, because the 6th and the 9th harmonics or sounds or frequencies is what is in these codes, is stimulating these portals to open on our planet. Simultaneously, this is a weave in consciousness. It's many instruments coming together to create an orchestrated song, all right? And they all work together. So between the 6th and 24th, all of these streams of consciousness are coming together to lift Gaia up, to pull her and her inhabitants into a new space, into more of that unity consciousness, all right? So what does that mean? I'm going to erase this. So if you guys need to look at this, go ahead. So that means that I know that a lot of you have this feeling of, you know, there might apocalyptic type ideas or some sort of impending doom for humanity. I want to encourage you to go inward and be a conscious creator. Consciously use your thoughts and your emotions to broadcast to the collective consciousness and to the earth that we are of peace, that we are safe, that all is working out in divine timing, because it is. Seeing technology, freedom for everybody come through. Remember, as more light comes into the planet, there is a dispelling in the equal opposite. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. So the equal opposite to those high frequencies the 3rd dimensional earth, the 4th dimensional earth, and the 5th dimensional earth. All right, you guys see that? So there's, they all relate to one another. They're all kind of really, these frequencies are really kind of overlapping, but I drew this like this on purpose because there are gateways. There are energetic gateways inside of your body, inside of your brain, inside of your consciousness that are connected to all these realms. All right, remember, we're multi-dimensional, interdimensional beings. Okay, we operate on many different radio frequencies, if you will. Okay, not everything is perceived by the five senses. Now, as more light, I'm going to just draw this other diagram over here, the one with the thanks guys for your patience. I'm going to draw this. There. So as this magnetic field is shifting and expanding on the earth, this force field coming in that is very real, we're going to see more earth changes. I brought up the water. That's what I'm perceiving, but everything is it's really more like that. It increases magnetism and from my perception, there's going to be a shift in the water. So all of our molecules are magnetism on the planet. And what that is doing, it is canceling out the third dimensional frequency. It's also even like it's clearing space in the fourth dimension, and the channels between the fourth and the fifth to the third dimension is getting wiped out. It's no longer going to be compatible. And the month of December and into January is really what I can see. You're going to be seeing a restructuring in, not only in our collective collaboration on how we operate, meaning in your country, in your community, in your household, in your body, you are going to be called into action. Okay? I think that on the planet we have been milked into relying on systems that may not be for the highest benefit of all beings. As this frequency is coming through and clearing out some of those operations, and again, this is a lot of fourth, fifth dimensional spiritual work we're doing too. We're going to be asked to really step forward and being the leader in your community. So if you're in the corporate world, you might be shifted to start bringing in your light work. There are thousands, millions of light workers all over the planet. There are healers all over the planet. There are shamanic practitioners all over the planet. There are yoga instructors. There are so many souls. Okay, I'm talking at the soul level right now. Souls that have come in, to be leaders, pillars of light of this realm as we go through this shift. Okay? So as you are clearing out, this is us, I'm just, pillars of light, right? So as we are clearing out and making room for these cosmic frequencies and this shift to happen, or multiple shifts to happen, it is really time for you to step forward. It doesn't matter where you're at. Stop comparing yourself to other light workers. Stop comparing yourself to other healers. Start comparing yourself to other channelers. We are all on a similar mission to help Gaia rise up, to help our communities rise up, to create peace and connection in our units between one another. Okay? This, in my perspective, Kiraology here, this in my perspective of what it means to shed light in this space. that is falling away. While this falls away, there are going to be people who don't understand what's going on, okay? This is where you are called to come forward. Again, it's really nice to stay in the upper level chakras. I get it. I like it there. But at the same time, there is action. We are also in a physical body. Spirit does meet the physical. You are the bridge between those realms. Okay? You, at the soul level, whether you resonate with this right now or not, we're called into action to be a spiritual warrior, a spiritual healer in between these realms. This is my call to all light workers, all healers, however you identify with any of this, to rise up, because we are the ones that are building the new earth. It is not just a concept, all right? That it is easy for us to get into a space of just waiting for someone to save us. We save ourselves. We save one another. We push one another. We lift and rise up together, and that's what this message is about. Because as we are going through physical changes, and yes, they are going to come, they are coming, because we don't control the cosmos. We don't control the sun. We don't control the Milky Way galaxy. We inhabit a planet together that is changing very rapid. So I'm asking you to step out of fear, step out of control, step out of blaming one another, and do your best for yourself, with your family, creating connection within your community. And as we're coming together, remind people of unity consciousness, because that is what matters, and that's where we're headed, okay? Some of the ways that this may show up for you as this frequency is hitting the planet, there could be an increase of, okay, so water, so purification, you're going to want to purify. So drinking more water, cleansing out the physical body, engaging in purifying practices, whether that's meditation, yoga, moving your body, doing whatever you can just to feel emotionally, spiritually better. So the emotional, spiritual connection, we experience so much emotionally. That is part of what makes us human and why we're beautiful. We feel, all right? We feel, you guys. And we have the ability to use our vibrational field through feeling, through our emotions. So I've talked about the wobbles between some of this dimensional shifting. And when we go through wobbles, we can kind of feel like we're ungrounded, we're not supported, or there just old stuff comes up, right? And that is, that's going to be in my next video after this, about more the emotional, spiritual connection and how we're cleansing together. How this also might show up for you is just more of your psychic abilities opening naturally, your clairsense is opening, the ability to perceive more. Because in the higher realms, we operate a little bit different, okay? The ascension process is all about us going through the experience at a very rapid rate while being in the body through spiritual and soul expansion, meaning we get to receive the gift of cleansing out, making more room energetically and spiritually, so that way we can activate our clairsenses, interact with life a little bit different, and then we get to redesign how we live together and how we operate in the world together. So I just want you to know that this is coming. Earth shifts are happening, And what I mean by earth shifts is it's not always going to be this esoteric idea. Energy affects matter, okay? So we can blame global warming if you want for what's happening on the planet, but part of it is a very natural process because a high frequency breaks up and stimulates a low frequency to release and join this energetic match, okay? So there has to be some sort of physical movement on the planet. So wherever you are on the planet when you watch this video, you're safe. You know, you do what you can to make any sort of physical preparations with your body, with your mind, within your household. I know there's other people that talk about you know, the power animal of the squirrel. I'm not saying that other people channel the power animal of the squirrel. I'm just bringing this up right now. The power animal of the squirrel, he will go out and gather, okay? Gather for the winter, all right? Because resources might be a little bit low during the winter. And the more that we tune in, we will learn about how we can be like the squirrel, gathering what we need. So if you have any feelings like, oh, I might want some extra water around the house, or being mindful around, you know, if you live in an area that's prone to earthquakes, you know, it's very much being in the moment and recognizing, hey, I know that I've been directed in some sort of 9-to-5 lifestyle, but there's also the natural world. I live on a shifting, changing planet. So tap into your spiritual gifts. Ask for a divine intelligence to come through you and activate you and remind you in your soul path and how you live accordingly to these shifts. Because somewhere at the soul level, you signed up for this. You are strong. You were built for this. You were made for this. Trust yourself. If you're a spiritual teacher, or again, like I said, a light worker, it is time now to begin networking with one another, not only on the internet, okay, and supporting one another that way. That's really good, but like I said, rising up, interjecting into the community, doing what we can to create, and how you feel called. It looks different for everybody. We all have something to share. This is how we navigate all of this together. We support one another. Okay? That's all I'm going to leave you with today. Thank you. And so just some quick little highlights from this video was all about earth shifts and changes. The next video that you'll watch will be about spiritual gifts, light workers in the 5th dimensional earth, and we're going to do a meditation together. So join me there after you watch this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this channel. I look forward to providing more and being of service. Thank you all for the positive feedback that I've been receiving. Have a blessed day. Bye.